Hi, Jay.
Hi there.
Hi, Christopher Shaw from Rothschild here.
Hi there. Good morning.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm not
thank you
sure where
very
you
much.
are.
Yeah, we're just past what is it now? 2 here. Sitting in London.
Got it.
Yeah, thank you very much for your time. Should I give you a quick intro to what I do in order to set us up for the meeting?
That'd be great. A little context would be great.
Yeah. So I run the wealth management money in London. We have about $15 or so billion. We try and approach it in a very differentiated way to most of our peers. We have a fairly concentrated book of equities. We have 15. We tend to hold them for the very long term, sort of 10 years plus. And we try and think as business owners rather than stock owners. So we tend to try and do quite a lot of due diligence, be fairly involved with management and the board, and take an ownership mindset. So one of the things that I've just started to think about is the discount or the online broker space in the US, and in particular Interactive Brokers. And so I'm pretty much at the start of that work stream. Our research tends to take sort of 6 to 9 months or so, so it gets fairly in depth. But at this point, it's you're the first person I've talked to apart from investor relations at Interactive Brokers. So I've yet to talk to Schwab, I've yet to talk to E-Trade, etc. So the questions I have are probably run from extremely naive to probably average, but the thrust of them really is to understand your experience of competing with Interactive and other sort of heavy discounters. And I realize the end customer was slightly different for the two businesses, but it's sort of to understand where Schwab are, what sort of systems and setup they have in order to give us a better perspective when we make a comparison with the other players in the industry.
Okay. Are you looking to get into this space? Is that the driver behind it?
No, we'll probably make depending on how the research goes, we'll buy a chunk of one of the players.
Okay. Okay.
On the stock market. So
Got it.
Just a normal stock trade. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that clear? Can we?
Yes, that's great. Thank
ahead?
you. That's
Great
good context.
stuff.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. So I wanted to start with the most naive question, I guess. We have obviously no Schwab, but at least I've never been a customer, and I don't think they have a great presence over here. Definitely not like in America. So what I wanted to understand to start with is how the service is in terms of human touch. Always understood it as a discount model that sort of took on the old Morgan Stanley's, etc. world, but never really understood if that meant a totally hands-off approach or whether there was still some involvement, and whether that involvement is on the sort of financial advisor side or just from sort of a call center service provider side.
Okay. So I think, if you look at, what Schwab and many of its competitors do is really look at these external surveys to, really help them understand where they're positioned. So you've got Barron's, Kiplinger, JD Power, stockbrokers.com, and, what everybody's starting to see, the trend in the U.S. is as it relates to service is really clients want to have access to, potentially place their own trades, make their own investment decisions. But what they're also seeing is the need for advice. Schwab, pushed into that space probably 10 years ago, and has done really well from that decision, that strategic decision. And so what you'll have at, the U.S. firms like your Fidelities, now this